Well, hi everyone, and welcome to Module 6. Okay, at this point of the course, you're going to continue working on your paper, but you should have the majority of your sources identified, and then you want to have the following areas absolutely completed at this point in the course. So if you're not there yet, make sure that you spend the next couple of days finalizing these areas. So your title page, you want to have that in APA format, your abstract, thesis statement, and introduction, and you want to have a working draft of your paper, which means you want to have an idea of where your paper is going, your sources that are going to correspond to these certain areas, and so forth. Okay, let's take a minute and talk about your abstract. So, an abstract is different than an introduction. Whereas an introduction just introduces your topic, an abstract is actually a fully self contained capsule or snapshot of your entire paper. So, as far as formatting your abstract is concerned, you have your title page, and then the next page after your title page for this paper will be page 2. And this is where you're going to have your abstract. So for the title, it's on the center of the page at the top. You actually write the word abstract. And then like the rest of your paper, which in APA format is double spaced, your abstract is also double spaced. The difference though is that an abstract is not indented. So even though your abstract is basically a paragraph summary of your entire paper, even though it's a paragraph per se, it is not indented. So that your entire abstract will be left justified. So again, you want to contain, or you want to, your abstract should contain the main ideas or main points of your paper. You can also include possible implications for future research or future work you see connected with your findings. And lastly, your abstract should be between around 150 and 250 words, and generally it's one paragraph. Now, the best way to get an idea of how to write your abstract is to go to the Klein Library and search for different journal articles. And don't even worry about, checking the full text box. Just look for the abstracts and read how different authors put together the abstracts for different journal articles. And then you'll be able to adopt a similar format, a similar language, and so forth, and how to summarize your entire paper. Okay, now let's take a minute and talk about your introduction. Now, if you think back to your English 101 and 102 classes, it's the same format when you're writing a research paper or if you're writing an English paper. Your introduction is the first paragraph of your paper and it introduces your topic. So it's a preview of what's to come in your paper. It's designed so that it encourages the reader to actually want to read the information in your paper. So some students tend to put a lot of information in their introduction. And remember, all you want is a preview. You're going to elaborate on this information in the body of your paper. So generally maybe 4, 5, 6 sentences tops. That's it. And your introduction is going to end with a clearly defined thesis statement. Okay, in the discussion forum for this week, we're going to use this as a little peer review exercise. So you're going to attach a draft of your paper. So by a draft, I mean there's certain areas of your paper that you do have to post, and that's all explained in the discussion forum. But you don't have to have your entire paper. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want to have a good start in it. And again, look at the discussion forum and you'll see the actual items that I'm asking you to submit and give it your best shot. If you want to use this opportunity to get feedback from your classmates so that when you turn in your final paper to me, then we'll have been reviewed by somebody, you'll have some feedback, and you'll be able to correct some of those careless errors that we all make when we're the only person reading it. So, and then for feedback, for the response part of this discussion forum, again, this is a peer review exercise, which means I want you to read the draft to your classmates and offer constructive feedback. Now remember, no one likes to hear criticism, only criticism, like this is bad, you should have done this better, and so forth. So I want you to offer at least one positive statement. Anything. Offer one nice thing to say. If there's more, great. Please put those statements in there so that whoever's writing this paper, they know some areas that they're doing well in. And then also, again, it needs to be constructive. Your classmates are never going to be able to improve unless they have feedback, constructive feedback. So if you see an error, let your classmate know. If you have suggestions for sources or maybe, other areas they could research or anything that you can think of, share this information too. anything to help your classmates move forward with their research and their paper.